What's in the game?
Okay, chat, got some things to go ahead and tell you about. Gonna get this done right at the beginning of the stream because I know some people have a hard time listening, and if it's not on your screen, I'm 99% sure this tab is right here. Oops, whoopsies. The first tab is every team I've rebuilt for a YouTube video or a stream. That's whatever. For the online league, this is the list of the active participants in the Sim League and the Gameplay League. If you are not on this list, you are not in the league. I don't know how much more abundantly clear I have to make this. You know, if you guys want to fill in when there's vacant spots, you guys can, but you guys, unless this is a private tab that my boy Mod, my boy Cloud, who's a mod in my Discord, messed up and made this private. Everyone should have access to this tab in which you can very clearly see. I mean, I got some emojis right here, so yeah, you guys can see it. So if you're asking me, basically, I want to join the Gameplay League, it's already full. So the only spots we have open are the Sim League, which even then we're going to probably fill several of these in the next probably 10 to 15 minutes. So if I get DM'd one more time of people asking to join the Gameplay League, and I'm like, it's already full, and then they keep pestering me, I'm going to start blocking people. I've rejected one dude like 15 times. And I'm like, sorry, my guy, you're about 5 days late. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to kick one of these people out to make spots for you. I'm just not going to do that. So if you're curious if there's any more spots in the league, if someone gets booted, if someone gets kicked, if someone, rage quits, if someone leaves, if there's any vacancies, you guys will always see them again, unless this tab is private, which I'm pretty sure it's not private. And then directly below, it's the rules. Now, I'm going to update the rules tonight, so just be clear that this is last year's rules. I'm going to be adding more rules and stipulations for this dynasty because last year there was several funny things that I didn't realize were problems. Like, example, shout out TCU and shout out Syracuse. Last year, they played a fucking hurricane, which I felt really bad for both participants because they really couldn't do anything fun because it was like 40 miles an hour winds. It was a very muddy, horrible game. So I have a new rule now. If there's bad weather, you can choose to reset the game until there's no bad weather. So I'm going to be adding more rules for the Gameplay League. Another one is I'm going to be banning the green catching until EA Sports puts out an update where they nerf the green catching. That's going to get banned from my league. What was I yapping about? Oh, yeah. Oopsies. Anyways, so yeah, I've got to be adding new rules. Next is, as you guys can see, this has not been moved, and I might have to pin this. If you do want to get any updates for the Dynasty, for the Sim League, or for the Gameplay League, you better react to this emoji or react to this thing. As you guys will see, your thing will get updated just like that. And then you will get, okay, thank you. And you will get stuff. So for all the people who are like, hey, I didn't get the memo, or hey, I didn't get this, or hey, I didn't get that, there's a thing right there. So just click it. I have 2 different ats. I have the fam, which is to at everybody. And then I have a at CFB Dynasty just for the Dynasty people. So if you want to stay up to date with all of this stuff, make sure to, as someone just did that live, I just saw that change live. So just react to this. So for example, just to give you an easy example, because I can say these things, but if I don't give you an example, for some people, it doesn't really like sit in too well. If I release a thing saying, hey, it's Christmas, we're not advancing until the 27th or the 28th, the message you would get the at in would be at CFB, not at fam, which would just exclusively be for the Dynasty folk. Make sense? So yeah, here's the list. If you're on the list, you're in the league. Also, next to your name is the team you're supposed to have. So help me God, if I get another person who joins one of these leagues and you quote unquote picked the wrong team, I am going to crash out. The entire purpose of your username and the team is to be, even if you didn't watch the stream, which is fine, the streams are multi-hours, the stream was very long, right? You can still just hop in the Discord and, Vols, he was at a funeral, bless him. And so he was busy, had IRL stuff. He could simply hop in the Discord, go to the tab, look, he's TCU, and become the head coach for TCU. So whether you watch the full stream or just the Discord part, you know what team you're supposed to be. Let's not, oh, I misclicked Ohio State. Oh, I misclicked Georgia. I'm sure you fucking did. So, yeah, we're going to have that PSA at the beginning of the video, or the stream, I should say. The next thing I'm going to do is, as you guys can see, I am no longer Oregon State. Beastly, why are you no longer Oregon State? As you guys can see, I labeled my coach attempt 7. This is my 7th attempt at doing the best coach build. I am having, like, what EA has done to this game is so hilarious. So if you guys thought last year, which I guess I piggyback one more sentence, I got tired of not getting this coordinator in the coordinator carousel, or the coaching carousel. And so rather than having to reset my attempt on whether or not this dude either entered the portal or not, I just said fuck it and became the head coach for Oregon. That way I could have these two and not worry about having to go get them when I could just keep them already. But this is my 7th failed attempt, because I've had some failed attempts because I bought the perks in the wrong order. I've had most of my failed runs have been my coordinators. As you guys can see, I normally buy friends and family discount in Inside Track to reduce the prices for me. The problem is that also affects coordinators. And I can't tell you how many times I've had a run die. In fact, I might not even have the correct number of runs. This might be like attempt 10. I might have miscount because I've failed so many runs, where my coordinators will get to like level 45 and they'll have most of Elite Recruiter and Base Recruiter purchased. And then they'll decide, you know what, fuck it, let's go buy Motivator. Fuck it, let's go buy Tactician. Fuck it, let's go buy Talent Developer. They'll just start buying random shit, and they never eventually finish Elite Recruiter. And with how this game is designed in CFP 26, whether it took them 3 years to max out their skills or it took them 15 years to max out their skills, they were always on my staff, and whether it took a long time or a little time, eventually they'd max out their skills. This year, you only can guarantee them in increments of 3. So if this dickhead starts randomly buying Talent Developer, Motivator, Architect, and Tactician, and not actual Elite Recruiter itself, the run's dead. Which is how a vast majority of these runs have ended, where these two, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, just start buying random fucking perks and not their main perk, making this impossible, because I have to basically get almost all of base recruiter for fully reduced price. I have to then get everything in elite recruiter for half, or not half. Well, it's more like a third. I'm not doing the math. You get the point. I have to buy almost everything in base recruiter and everything in elite recruiter for max discount. And if at any point these two dinguses buy any other category, I'm cooked. Then once when I have elite recruiter and base recruiter done, then I can go and find some talent developer coordinators and begin that process. But because I already know how this is going to work out, if I can't make the elite recruiters buy the recruiting perks, there is no way in hell I'm going to force the talent developers to buy the talent developers perks. So even though EA does have, you know, bundle discount and inside track still in the game, they don't really work. So like, I'm going to probably repeat this several times in tonight's stream and probably a few times in the video. And I'm still going to get comments on the eventual video being like, hey, this is very hard. No shit. The devs have specifically cooked this playstyle. It has been made abundantly clear to me when all my attempts over and over and over again in doing this, the developers don't want you to basically use these two perks. I don't know why they're in the game. If you don't want your players to buy perks for cheap, why have perks in the game to buy them cheap? It almost feels as if last year, your coordinators were random, yes, but they were random to an extent. This year, it feels like your coordinators are completely uncontrollable. Whether you have a master motivator, he'll stop buying master motivator to go buy random recruiter, have elite recruiter, they'll start randomly buying tactician or motivator. It just feels like a clusterfuck. And what's even worse is when you're at a very big program and you're constantly winning games, you're constantly getting XP, which means these coordinators have like endless ammunition to just buy random shit. So at some point tonight, I'm going to probably have to restart again because, again, Tweedledee and Tweedledum just want to keep buying random perks. And I think, keyword here is think, I think what's causing this is the tier 3 perk inside, or friends and family discount in inside track. I think this perk reduces the price points of other perks so drastically that the AI, because how the AI is programmed is it'll buy the cheapest thing possible. And if the cheapest thing possible is a new subsection, it'll buy the new subsection. Does that make sense? Right? Like, example, if I buy this right now, it would cost my coordinators 0 coins to buy Motivator, which will then make them buy Motivator and fuck themselves up. And so I think you don't, I could be wrong, I'm going to keep testing this, but I don't think you can buy friends and family discount until your coordinators are ready, not when you're ready, which is super irritating and super annoying. It shouldn't work that way. God forbid I tell my elite recruiting coordinators to focus on elite recruiter and base recruiter. I don't understand why it's this difficult to have the people do what they're supposed to do, but that's an EA problem, not really a me problem. How are you guys doing with the nice little rant aside? A lot of yapping at the beginning of the stream. Person that lives, shout out you, fam. First member of the fam in chat. Appreciate you, big dog. Shout out Professor. Shout out William. Shout out Godfather. Appreciate you, big dog. Who else? Shout out Brown, Jones, Syracuse, Carver, Jared. Appreciate y'all. Josh. Vols is here. Funny, I picked him for the example. Didn't know he was in chat. That's super funny. But yeah. Any new people want to hop in the Sim League where we got open spots? Anyone want to hop in the Sim League? We got like 10 or so spots. A baseball game? Hell yeah, William. Well, don't worry. I'll be up for the next few hours, so I'll see you. Jones back at it again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm having an okay Monday. Just got done cutting grass for a little bit. Super tired. Super sunburnt. But we're still here. Jared, hey, looking for a spot in the Sim League. I messaged in Discord. Got the game on now. I'm ready. Well, Jared, I'm glad you said that. You can be lucky participant number 24. Let me go ahead and jot you down, big dog. Is it L-E-Y or L-Y? Wait, well, how do you spell your name? It's L-E-Y. Josh, you just got the little update on the what's good part. Hell yeah. Jared, I don't manually invite nobody. You got to invite yourself. I will flash on screen the username and the password, and you have to join yourself. Josh, can I do the Sim League? Josh, are you already in the Sim League? If you're not, Josh, you can. Dude, we have so many J's. We have Jared, James, Josh, JJ, Jay Waters. We have so many J's in this. Joe. Yeah, Josh, I'll slap you down. We got some open spots. Why not? Josh can be lucky participant number 25. Oh, hold on. What is the green catch thing? Oh, you mean Carver? You're funny. Carver, I'm referring to the catch meter. Yeah, I'm banning the catch meter in my league until EA fixes it. So to give you a little brief explanation for why I'm banning it is I watched Civil's $500 tournament, which might I say, if any of you ever play like that in my online league, you're getting instantly banned. But I was watching Civil's $500 tournament, and essentially it was one of the most unentertaining quote-unquote professional. I know it wasn't an official EA thing. It was a thing he was hosting, but either way, it's like a semi-competitive rec league, however you want to word it. It was so abysmally boring. They were just spamming the go-go West Virginia overpowered run on offense, and pretty much all defense was just crossing your fingers and hoping to God you don't get randomly pancaked. Absolutely a bit like... I played this game one stream for like 15 games straight. That shit was putrid. And watching that game, it also was putrid. So I'm glad that no matter if you're at the middle end of the skill level like I'm at, the top end of the skill level, which they're at, or the bottom end of the skill bracket, it's just all putrid. It's ass. And the funny thing in the Civil tournament, which I think it was Texas or LSU, I forget who won the game, but essentially there was a funny ag in that game where there was a tight end who's 6'8" or 6'9" with like 90-something spec catch, agged 4 people in quadruple coverage for like 80 yards on one play because he greenballed it. And I was like, that must be a one-off occurrence. There's no way that's a normal routine thing that happens all the time, in which that same user proceeded to do that 4 more times. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, hot take. You shouldn't catch the ball 100% of the time in quadruple coverage just because your guy is tall and you hit the green bar of the ability. That's stupid. And then after I watched that video, my next video my YouTube recommended was by a guy, Gut Fox. Love it. I've been a follower of Gut Fox's content for going on like 10 years. Big Ultimate Team guy. Anyways, Gut Fox was ranting about the catch meter, and he had a montage of other professionals and semi-pros crashing out. I feel bad for forgetting their names, but essentially it was a bunch of montages, and specifically Ultimate Team and regs, in which pro players were just getting dunked on by either cheaters or people who just green catch it. And most of them were the most Looney Tunes, cartoon, like unrealistic catches. Like, again, I was watching dudes go up 1v4. I was watching dudes get hit sticked, drop the ball midair, but the game still register it as a touchdown. Like, it's just, it's gonna get patched. I'm gonna 100% predict it's gonna get patched, but until it gets patched, it'll not be in my league. It is ridiculous that you can pretty much, as long as you memorize the timing, never drop a pass. And the other funny thing about the green catching is you also get a break tackle bonus. So it doesn't matter if your opponent's sending the house at you. It doesn't matter if your opponent's sitting in off zone or off man or literally any coverage. If you green catch the ball, your tight end, your running back, your receiver, your whatever can just break a tackle, which I don't need to explain to you how overpowered it is to guarantee a catch and to guarantee a broken tackle on the same play. That's beyond insane. So the thing will be banned from my league, and if you get caught using it, you're going to be probably striked and required to lose that game. And then if it happens again, you're probably getting booted. So yeah, no, it won't be there until EA fixes it. Once when EA fixes the green catching, I'll be fine to allow it. But the current green catching is beyond overpowered. It is, again, very stupid. So it will not be allowed. No worries, Vols. No worries. You're a OG member of. Well, I guess technically you're an OG member, but you're not like an OOG member. It's like I gotta have like different acronyms for like how OG you are, because some of you guys were like here. It weird, but we were in the original league, Vol. So no worries. Eric Lee, sup Beasley? I'm in your Discord. I asked you about the A&M QB. Hell yeah, Eric. Hopefully you're doing well recruiting that gentleman. Earl, I would like to also be in the Sim League. Well, just for you, Earl, I got like 5 spots to fill. So, shout out, Earl. Appreciate you, big dog. My day was hot and sweaty, dealing with some funny stuff. Dealt with some really fun. One of the funny things I wish I would have clipped for you guys just to show you guys is I lost a game today versus my friend Joe, who's in both of the leagues. He's a IRL friend of mine. I lost a game today versus him because for the first time ever, I threw a football for a touchdown and the ball bounced off the referee. I really, really badly wish I would have clipped it for you guys, but unfortunately I was so tilted I didn't clip it. But yeah, we were absolutely shell-shocked. I had a wide open touchdown against his man coverage, and I threw a laser, and the ball literally doinked off the referee's face. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Referees aren't supposed to be real. Like, you're supposed to, like, run and... Like, referees are on the field, but they're not on the field, if that makes sense. They don't have a hitbox. Or at least they're not supposed to have a hitbox. And so it was really funny having a wide open touchdown not even get dropped, just not happen because it just doinked off the referee's face. In which I would lose by a whopping 1 or 2 points. So the ball bouncing off the ref's face totally didn't impact the end of my game. But yeah, otherwise, pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, chat just updated live. That's not good because you guys were going fucking crazy. I gotta scroll back up. As you guys know, I try to read everyone's chat. Jace was doing my Dynasty today, and Kansas State was going crazy with the Toledo playbook. At one point, all 4 of the Heismans were to KSU. Well, I've not used them. I've not used the Toledo book yet. But I would have to go in and see what the reason why. I bet you their book is a lot like the Boise book, where they have a bunch of RPOs and screens, and one guy is just catching everything. But Jace, I'll next rebuild, I'll play with more books. Caught the league name and password on last stream. Hell yeah, Jared. Got it saved. Hell yeah. Just wait for your team. Well, Jared, how many of you guys are here? I got to spin for 1, 2, 3, 4 people. If we can get that number to like 5 or 6, I will feel very happy to whip the wheel out and just do it now, but I'm gonna wait until we get a few more members, Jared. That way I don't have to go like back, forth between the wheel and whatnot. Gonna learn to play like those loons just for you, basically. Well, Lyle, if you do, you'll get booted, so have fun with that. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Oh, 100%. Oh my god, my tongue. I bit my tongue today, and the salt blister. I bit right next to a salt blister, so now my tongue is, which I already was tongue tied, but now my tongue is even in rougher shape than it normally is. So this should be fun. Yeah, I agree, Professor. EA is hella doomed. It lowers the skill gap, I think. Oh, it does. In no universe should you ever think it's acceptable to catch a 1v4. That's preposterous. That's levels of depravity that makes no sense. It'll be gone completely or tuned down. EA is going to nerf the green catching, but until they do, the thing will be turned off in my league. If you use it, you'll get banned. Grind, I would be willing to bet several people are going to have that same problem, but be lenient at first, but as long as you're not a repeat offender, it'll be no big deal. The problem is if it ends up being a multi-occurrence over and over and over again, that's when it'll be a problem, but... Greg, so I got to turn the meter off for Dynasty, but to have it on for the other modes. Again, I already mentioned this. You'll get a strike. Until EA fixes their green catching, that shit will not be allowed in my league. It'll be no different than excessively scoring or any other rules you'd be breaking, so... In the next coming hours, try to take it to heart, because we'll be advancing sometime tomorrow evening. Tuesday evening. Sim League, please, Godfather. Aren't you already in the Sim League? Oh, you're not. Oh, well, shit, there's lucky contestant number 5. If you catch it at the beginning of the game and it scores 0-0, I'll let you restart, turn it off, and go back into it, but you'll still receive a strike. Gatlin Bear? Bear. Are there anyone else who would like to join the Sim League? Yeah, I got my 2 top 5 classes, so I don't really have to recruit no more. Just auto. I need these 2 guys to go crazy. He's getting there. He's getting there. Sim to week 15, and this is the other really annoying part about doing this, is I'm just simming for XP. So I've been staring at this X's and O screen for so long. Jace, how often would the Sim League be moving, and what are all the other stuff with the league? Never been in an online league. Jace, the Sim League will have its own rules in the same section at the online Discord, or the Gameplay League will have. They will be separated a little bit, but generally speaking, the rules for the Sim League are to be nowhere near as long as the Gameplay League, because it's your the main point, Jace, of the Sim League is that you can't play the game. You can go in and watch your team in Fast Sim. You can do that, but you got to record yourself doing it. You can go in and watch your team play in Slow Sim. You can do that, but you got to record it. Or you can just sit in the menu and have your team play in the menu, like I will be doing almost every single time. I might play a playoff game here and there, or watch, say play. I will stream a playoff game here and there for you guys to watch, but I know how bad Fast Sim and Slow Sim is compared to Menu Sim, so I'm probably going to try to Menu Sim as much of the league as I possibly can, but yeah, all you really have to do is just do your recruiting, fix your depth chart. Injuries will be turned off. Wear and tear is obviously turned off. So It's a very casual league. It's basically like we're doing a giant online rebuild together where the skill of you gets taken off the table. Now it's how good are you at recruiting? How good are you at upgrading? How good are you at maintaining your roster? How good are you at, allocating your funds, and not just, let me go look up the cheesy meta playbook and, go to town. Let me go spend $35 on an overpriced ebook. So, yeah. The Sim League will be advancing roughly the same time the Gameplay League does, but I might end up moving that up just because we're not actually playing the game, so there's no need to have 2 days just to do that, but... Hey, Jarrett, A-Rock, how you guys doing? Appreciate y'all. I did get my 5th person, like I said, so... Shout out to Ben Kurt. I love it. No, I wasn't shout out to Ben Kurt. I was shout out to everyone who sells fucking overpriced ebooks. I'm a lot like my grandfather. My grandfather never took a musical lesson a day in his life. And he learned how to play multiple instruments and learned how to do many things in the music realm just off of repetition and other things like that. They're good. And that's what I feel like more gamers should have. If you watch good players play the game, I can assure you, you can figure out what they're doing. You don't have to spend an egregious amount of money having them tell you what to do. Especially the funny thing is that most of the time, once when you learn the general concepts of like what you're doing, you can then apply it to other aspects. So... But I will just have casual shots at Ben Kurt. That dude's a fucking idiot. Who's an EA shill, so... Fuck that guy. 3 stars? Yes, Jace, it's 3 stars. Where's the wheel at? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I've got 9 teams left. Let's go ahead and get to spinning. Let's get to spinning.
Greetings and welcome to a very special moment on the annual sports calendar. The Heisman Trophy ceremony presented by EA Sports. Inside the Tiburon Theater, I'm Chris Fowler. So proud to bring you Heisman Trophy night every year. So many memories come out of this night. Each of these guys have hung out together, got to know each other better, but ultimately, the night's going to belong to one guy. One name will be read here, and one man will have that life-changing moment and forever be known as a Heisman Trophy winner. These are nervous times for these guys. The announcement just moments away. They've gotten to New York City, not by focusing on it, but once you're here, man, they want to win it. And every past winner has told me this is really a nervous time for them. They're this close to the trophy, but will they get a chance to lift it? It's an honor, of course, to
Let's see, who is lucky contestant number 1?
But ultimately, the night
Josh.
One man. We're about to find out who's going to
Josh
be
gets first pick.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Oops, I don't think I have audio on for this, do I? I don't. Now I should have audio.
And one more look at this year's Heisman.
Okay, Josh, what team do you get?
Experience a life-changing moment. Okay, we've kept them waiting long enough. All of us want to know who is going to win.
Josh, you get Mizzou.
And here we go. This season, the Heisman Memorial Trophy is awarded to junior quarterback out of Tennessee.
Next. We get Mr. Dudley. What team is Mr. Dudley gonna get?
And one final congratulations to the newest member of the Heisman Trophy fraternity. This season,
TCU, nice.
As his Heisman season.
Next is my pal, Joe. See what Joe is going to be getting real quick. We still got Auburn on the table. We still have Florida State. We still have UCLA. We still have Stanford. As you guys actually may not know, but he got Florida in the Gameplay League. So there's no way this motherfucker is going to go back-to-back S-tier teams, right? There's no chance. Back-to-back S-tier teams. Thank God he got Colorado. Okay. Then there was two. Next, we got Godfather Jones. He's going to get SMU. Not bad. And let's see who's picking last on the wheel. Earl, looks like it's your turn, buddy. Let's go see what Earl's going to get. I mean, statistically speaking, Earl has an 80% chance to get a OP team. Right? Auburn OP, Florida State OP, UCLA Stanford OP. The only bad team on the wheel is Utah. And, well, let's see what he gets. Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Nice. So, for all of our fine contestants out there, after I get done with this menu, just go ahead and I will back out. I will flash you the username and the password on screen. Get your asses in here because we are advancing tomorrow night at around 7 p.m. my time. So, you need to get in here. Bit of a late start compared to everybody else, I know, but you got to get in here. You got to get schmoving. Got to get some money. There's the password. There is the league name. Do not screenshot this and send this to nobody. You can screenshot this yourself, but don't type it in Discord. Don't type it in chat. I will flash it on screen, but just don't send it nowhere. It's how random to get in here and annoy the fuck out of me. So when it's on screen, there you go. Otherwise, just don't yap. Don't flash us, you're funny. Schnoz, this is for the Sim League. Schnoz, I am still... We got a few spots to fill. So until those spots get filled, anyone can hop in here. Any person can hop in here. I just need bodies or ass and seats, I guess is the praise, but we just need some people. Rock, may you join the Sim League? Yes. Well, never mind now. Now, Rock, you're getting in here, man. Got like 5 open seats left, so. Jay, seeing what teams that are left, I might have to low-key join. I mean, like, some of the best 3 stars in the game are somehow not picked, so. Yes. What's up, soldier? Well, because I don't know if Rock does or doesn't want to join, Schnoz, you can take his place. Schnoz, I will add you to the list. I spell your name wrong? Okay, I spelled it right. Yeah, whoever gets Utah is going to get shafted because that's the worst team available, which is pretty funny. What's the purpose of the LG? What do you mean LG? The league? The Sim League is to rebuild teams with other players without actually playing the game. But Schnoz, just because you're the, currently the only person waiting, we're going to wait. We get more guys in there. Right here, Mark. Right here. I guess I can go ahead and save this. It is right under the teams I've rebuilt and right above the rules. It's right here. I got 4 vacant spots. So if you want to join, get in here while you can. Damn, I know I forced one myself the game, but how the hell did we beat Oklahoma 48-3? That's insane. Yeah, Schnoz, all you really have to do for this league is just make a depth chart and just recruit. Right, obviously every person finds the game fun and entertaining in their own way, but the Sim League is, in my opinion, going to end up being the more fun league just because of how chaotic and how unpredictable it's going to be. And since no one's playing the game, it removes the skill level aspect. So it's going to really come down to whoever's the best at micromanaging their budget and developing players. Oh, I also probably should have said this, but I didn't. The transfer portal is going to be neutered like it is for the gameplay league, so there you go. If you're expecting to just go in there and, you know, get 1,000 5 stars, that's not going to happen. I'm Houston. Yes, Mark. Okay, so I need this dude to have tiers 1 through 3 on everything, and it looks like he's only missing secondary. And then I need him to have tiers 1 through 4 on everything, and it looks like he's getting close to that. So yeah, I don't know how long I'll have these two coordinators up my ass, but if I can just keep these two coordinators going, I'll be able to actually make fucking progress for the first time in so long. Yeah, since I'm force winning my games, all of this means nothing. Literally. Before I get that comment, why are you winning? Why are you force winning games, Beastly? It's because I don't want to sit here and do a 35-year rebuild. Actually, 35 is an exaggeration. I don't want to sit here and do an actual, 2-week rebuild just to get the background for a video. I'm not actually doing an organ rebuild. I'm just simply using their coordinators to speed up my life because this shit's slow as fuck. The point of this is to buy the perks, not to actually, use the team. I don't think I need the portal. Yeah, I have my top 5 classes done, so I can just skip all this shit. I can just skip all of it. Jace, I'll join as well. Oh, hell yeah, Jace. I'll go ahead and jot you down, big fella. Or small fella, don't know your size. Don't want to make any assumptions in the big 2-6. Actually. Oh, no. I was going to say we can go ahead and advance it now, but Vols hasn't set up his board yet, so I won't do that to him. That'd be shitty. I don't need that, but fuck it anyways. Let's go ahead and buy it. Let's go ahead and buy it. Schna, is there any restrictions on playbooks and stuff? Miko, my mod Miko wanted there to be some restrictions on playbooks. Like, you have to use your own playbook until you make the playoffs. But I'm not going to sit there and micromanage 30 other people every single week on what playbooks they did or didn't use. So, no, there's no playbook restrictions. I have a funny feeling I'm going to be seeing everybody use the same, 3 playbooks. But that's fine. Gotta put a cap on these J names, man. Yeah, add Jace to the list of J's. It's fucking crazy, lol. What's crazy, I had a lot of friends in high school with C, K, and hard CH. Dude, I don't know if it's just because I live in the South, but I feel like the most common names in terms of letters is J's, M's, and, C's. I know so many people that fit into those 3 letters. Connor, or I don't know if your name's Connor, but Con, we do need bodies for the Sim League, yes. Chat, if I accidentally fat finger to pick the wrong team for a force win, let me know. Because I've been known to ruin seasons with doing that in the past. Especially when it's Oregon versus Oregon State. Sometimes I'll fat finger the wrong Oregon team to win. Oh, like this. Yeah. There was a fat finger right there. But yeah, I already have my 2 top 5 classes, so I don't need to get that challenge done no more. And I already have draft picks. So all I'm waiting on is these 2 to buy the rest of their skill trees, and I'm done for this portion of the rebuild. Then we begin the real fun part, which is getting talent developers, because that's going to fucking suck. But that's a future problem for future us. Current us is doing fine. Now I can just read chat while the game advances. Yeah, Shanaza, it's up to you. Use whatever playbooks you want. I just have a feeling that everyone's gonna end up using like the same 3 playbooks, which is fine. But if you do change up what playbook you use, it might give you a significant advantage. Because I feel like everyone's going to be using the same 3 playbooks. I have a feeling the 3 most used playbooks in our Sim Dynasty will end up being Tennessee, Boise, and Oklahoma. Those are my 3 predictions for the most used offensive playbooks. And I have a feeling the most used defensive playbooks is going to be 4-2-5 man, 4-2-5 man pressure, and 4-2-5 zone pressure. That's my 3 predictions for the most commonly used OCs, offensive and defensive books. Yeah, Con, it's officially open to everybody now, so you can join if you want. You're from Mississippi? Oh, Jays, if you're from Mississippi, that means there's more than likely a chance. Not a large chance, but there's a small chance we've had some crossover. Because I've been through all through the South. Been to Bama, Georgia, Mississippi, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Tennessee, South Kakalaki, North Kakalaki. DJ, how do I get into the Discord so I can see the rules? The Discord is linked in the description of almost every video and every stream. It's really simple. Just click on the description, click Discord, make an account, and it'll take you 30 seconds. But DJ, you don't pick your team. So if you're going to be joining the league, I have to pick your team or pick. But I have to randomize what team you get. So if you're going to join, let me know. And after you get in the Discord and you read the rules and you do want to join, I will put you on the list and I will spin you a team. Doesn't the West Virginia is popular for playing? Yes. For simming? No. Schnazo seems the best available are Auburn, UCLA, Stanford, Utah. Let's see. Yes. So some of the most broken teams in the game are still in the game, which is very funny. That if you're picking this late in the line, you're going to have a significant advantage over a lot of other guys and gals. I won't assume genders. I'm sorry I joined and picked Maryland. Well, I kind of want to ban you, DJ, just because I don't know how the fuck you can see me putting together a list and me spinning the list and me spinning the names and at any point think to yourself, maybe, you know, cutting in front of the line and just picking my own team makes sense. So on that front, I kind of want to just ban you. That way you're not in here at all. But I'm in a very forgiving mood. So, DJ, if you could kindly just leave the league and not have me boot you, I will then write you down and then spin you a team, and then you can join officially and hopefully have no more problems. Case in point, chat, rewind to the beginning of the stream. Beastly said the thing. I know I said the thing. That's too funny. Schnoz, I'm doing everything, right? I'm including pipelines, grades, money. UCLA and Stanford are overpowered because they get 2 A's that most other programs can't get, that being academic excellence and campus lifestyle. So, like, as an easy example, right, there's some schools out there that have F academics or F campus lifestyles, and they can never fix that. So for Stanford and UCLA, that's massive, right? Like, Stanford is like an easy example. You could legit you can go from a 3-star program to a 5-star program if you literally win a conference championship and make the playoffs. Because the problem with Stanford is their championship contender is like an F. So, Stanford and UCLA, yeah, their pipelines might not be as good as Auburn or Florida State or Florida's, but they get letters that those other schools don't have. And even though it might not seem like a very big deal, those letters may, like, program, you're funny, Professor. Those letters add up. Those letters add up quickly. Because there's going to be some programs hard stuck at a 3 or a 4-star program, Schnoz. And there's going to be some programs that do nothing and become a 5-star. And it'll be little shit like that. That's the difference between a 3, 4, and a 5-star program. Dustin, fuck it, throw me in the league? Hell yeah, Dustin, I got you, dog. Where's the list at? Dustin, we got 2 spots left after you, Dustin. We got Schnoz, Jason, Dustin. We're missing lucky contestant 31 and 32. I'm down for the Sim League. If you want to spin me, please. Is Connor, you already in here? Looks like you're not in here, Con. So guess what, Con? You are lucky contestant 31. Hell yeah. And then there was 1 team left, chat. There was 1 available spot. DJ, I'm on the Create a Coach screen. Had to go back and get the password. Backed out, so like nothing happened. Hell yeah, DJ. Hell yeah. I'll go ahead and slap you on the list, DJ, and you are officially the last member to join the Sim League. I got South Carolina in the Sim League. What tier would you put? Drew, give me like 30 seconds to go pull up their shit, and I'll tell you right now. I would put them very high. I think South Carolina's like barely missing the top 5. I think South Carolina's like 6 or 7. I think they're just barely missing the top 5 status. Just because their grades. Yeah, their grades and money are not the best.
Now it's time to choose your role on the coaching staff. Whatever role you decide on, you'll receive new coaching opportunities via the.
Yeah, you get $1,100 to work with, and you're stuck with a C academics, and you're also stuck with a B campus lifestyle. So, I think the combination of the lackluster grades that can't change and the lack of initial money puts them out of the top 5. But they're still a really solid team. Obviously, get a tier 5 pipeline, so having a tier 5 is huge. So. I am Dustin. I am spinning. Oh, yeah, Schnoz. It's going to be... Do you want to actually talk about the most miserable thing? Schnoz, that might be the most miserable thing, is getting your fucking coordinators to stay. Also, my friend is about to get off. I got to invite him real quick. What's the league name for the gameplay league? I got you, Mark. I got you. Join the Discord? Hell yeah. Okay, Mark, here's going to be the info for the gameplay league. Dustin, that's why I have the best of both worlds. I have the gameplay league and the sim league. For that exact purpose. So, for the gameplay league, which you can tell it's not the sim league because my name doesn't have the word sim in it, here is the name, and here is the password. Mark for the gameplay league. Schnoz, the 32nd team, due to there only being 31 3-stars, the unfortunate biggest loser gets to pick their own 2-star program. They were the only person who gets to technically choose, because 4 and 5 stars are banned. They get to choose any 2-star they want. I believe Black was given that award our previous stream, and that poor gentleman was the quote-unquote biggest loser who picked last, and so he had to pick a 2.5 star. He still got a good 2.5 star, though. He got North Carolina, which is crazy. They're a 2.5, but yeah. Circus smash the like, but hell yeah! If you guys can, please smash the like on the stream. It does help promote me in the ever-expanding YouTube algorithm and makes me feel better as a content creator. So if you guys can, please smash like. Actually, now that I have the entire thing, I can now just go ahead and spin the wheel. The final wheel, in fact. The final wheel of all wheels. First up is DJ. DJ gets the first bid. I'm recording my screen, right? I am. Okay. Okay, DJ's up first. DJ, you have a 75% chance to have a good team. Let's see, DJ. What do you get? You get Stanford. Not bad. Next. Who's going to be the biggest loser and get the 2-star? Looks like it's not going to be Schnoz. Well, Schnoz, you have a 66% chance to get absolute goated teams. UCLA. Fuck chat. Where is it? Got 3 names. Only got 2 teams left. Jace, you are up next, buddy. Well, Jace, either you're going to get absolute heat in Auburn, or you're going to get absolute depression with Utah. Let's see. Let's see. What do you get, Jace? What do you get? Ah, you got Utah. I'm sorry for your loss, man. That means either Dustin is going to be the biggest loser and has to pick a 2-star, or Khan is going to be the biggest loser and have to pick a 2-star. Let's see. Whoever wins this wheel spin gets to have Auburn, and the other one gets to pick their preferred 2-star. Let's see. Who is in fact the winner and the biggest loser? Dustin, you get Auburn. That was close. Okay. So just to refresh you, because I don't want to skew which way you pick, right? Obviously, you have the freedom to pick any 2-star team in the game. But if you would like a little refresher on what 2-star teams are available, I got you. I'll show the sim info, Dustin, in 1 second. So yeah, Khan, you get to have any 2-star you want. Now, the last gentleman that was, in fact, the biggest loser on the previous rotation, he picked North Carolina, and even though they are a 2.5-star program, they get 2 tier 5s, and they also have an A in academic prestige and a B in campus lifestyle. So, Khan, you can technically pick whichever 2-star you want, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the best one here is by far North Carolina, and it's not particularly close, in my opinion. It's North Carolina is basically a glorified 3-star team. So, again, you can choose whoever you want, but this is like the best team you could possibly pick of the bunch. But it's up to you. It is your team. Roll with the Tar Heels. Okay, you get UNC. Yeah, the Tar Heels are going to be everyone's like default pick because I don't know how in the hell they're a 2-star team. And just like that, we're done. It took us several streams. It took us a lot of headache, but we're done. So if you are meant to be in the Sim League, go ahead and grab your team. Grab the info on screen now. If you're not meant to be here, I'm going to boot you. And if you take someone else's team, I'm going to boot you. So here's the info for the Sim League. Yeah, Schnoz, it feels a wee bit random, but either way, I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, this is done. Info there. I will type up the rest of the rules tonight, and we will be advancing tomorrow. So get your recruiting done now, and be prepped for a very fun and chaotic season ahead. Back to the Attempt 7 account. You guys have till 7 p.m. tomorrow, which will be the exact same time I'm live. So when you see me go live tomorrow, you better be ready. It feels so nice to have those leagues filled now, because now I don't got to fill those spots until the next season. So I'm going to probably eventually add this into the rules. But at the end of every season, I do a roll call where you have to DM me on Discord that you're active. Otherwise, you will get booted for being inactive. So that'll be the next time in which we'll have the mass exodus of new/old people. I think it's crazy to me that I know I have elite recruiting coordinators, but I have the 20% bonus perk for my thing, and I have motivator, and we are still struggling with auto upgrade to hit 80 overall, or 85. It's nuts. If you guys have any questions for what pipelines you should pick for your team, be free to ask. Not every team requires the same pipelines, but generally, the best rule of thumb is just to shoot for Florida, Texas, Cali. Your three best. Ooh, does he have every perk in the game? Oh, he's so perfect. He's so perfect! This guy is the one lagging. Chat, we could do it! Chat, we could fucking do it! Oh, chat, we could do it. Chat, we can finally play the game! I'm so happy. So happy you heard the fucking voice cry. How happy I am. Okay. Okay. Can finally play the game. Buy this for 10. For 10. Or for 5. Not 10. For 5. 5. 5. These two should be free. They're still free. Nice. 5. 5. 5. So we're only at 60 tokens spent, which is not bad. Not fucking bad. Next, everyone I do believe is 10. So we're trying to get to tier 3. Tier 3 is what we want. We want tier 3. So we're gonna go tier 2 and tier 3 for DBs. We're gonna go tier 2 and tier 3 for linemen. Okay, so aside from DBs and linemen, chat, so I need you guys' help with this next question. What do you guys think are the most important positions in the game of the remaining spots? Between D-line, linebackers, quarterbacks, halfbacks, receivers. Because I want to do quarterback 1, D-line 2, and then receivers 3. I think in that order is the best we have available from, next. Schnoz, let me go ahead and look up your team so I can double check, but I don't have pipelines memorized. So give me a second to go and look. Swerving on the freeway. Honestly, it's up to you, Schnoz. You could go North Texas for sure and just take all of Texas, which is not bad. You have all of Texas and all of Cali. Or you could split Texas in half and get half of Florida, half Texas, and all of Cali. Either way, it's up to you. Whether you do North Texas, Central Florida, or Southern Florida, those are the three you have best those are the three best available you currently have. Jace, good luck with getting new coordinators, man. I have a feeling this off season is gonna be crazy, man. This off season gonna be full of fiends, bro. Everyone's gonna be fighting for the talent devs, fighting for the elite recruiters, fighting for the master motivators. Especially with 32 like people. Dude, the coordinator hunt's gonna be insane. Hey JJ, how you doing? How you doing? Kent says D tackle, JJ's D line, Syracuse D line. Okay, so we'll do D line first. D line done. Next, I'm doing. I'll do receivers next. I'll do receivers and then I'll do quarterback. So we're missing 15. We're missing 15. We're missing 15. How do I want to spend these 15? How do I want to, I think I might go double. No. No. I'm going to go. We'll burn 10 tokens there. And then burn 5 tokens here. And now we're perfect. Now I can buy Elite Recruiter for absolutely free. Huge. Now begins the fun part. I have to buy all of this. Minus, obviously, the kicker and punter shit. I have to buy all of this. So he has the 4 of 4 upgrades for QB, running back, and wide receiver. He has the 4 to 4 for QB. So I could do QB and running backs right now. Now here's the problem though. Is because we have now bought the thing, it now means the CPU will start buying random shit too. So we are officially on the clock. But luckily for us, for the most part, everything's already been bought. He's missing some defensive stuff. But O-line, I got 3 upgrades into there. Okay, so I can go three upgrades in our O-line. Can't go full O-line yet. If it's up to 25, we can go there. So we can go here, 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 here. D-line, I think we also have up to tier 3. D-line to tier 3. Yeah, D-line up to tier 3. I might have jumped the gun 1 year too early, chat. Yeah, I might have hopped the gun 1 year too soon. Because next year, I don't think these guys are going to buy the rest of their tree. I think they're going to start branching out. Yeah, I think I got a little too excited there and just fucked myself. These two I have up to tier 2. Okay, I can go with the first 2 T's here. Bam. 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 So we're missing 1 perk here. 1 perk here. 1 perk here. And then these 2 right here. Once we get this bottom half of the tree cleaned up, we're done. And then we can begin the process of doing the exact same thing for talent developer. So much fun. We'll see if they still exist by the time I'm done. Okay. No worries, Schnoz. Hell yeah. A whole squad. 18 likes. Appreciate y'all. Big page. I have a feeling when we eventually get to the talent dev portion of this upgrade or this like thing, don't really know what to label this coach build, I guess, is we'll be just ballooning tokens like crazy with talent devs. We'll be shitting out like 30 first rounders a year. Jace, they were a 4-star last year, but due to them losing their quarterback, they kind of fell apart. But yeah, there's some stuff I don't agree with EA on, for sure. But other stuff I do agree. Bro, my friend Joe named his coach Leon Sandcastle. That's fucking hilarious. More than likely, Schnoz, it's because they recruited 1 random 5-star or 1 random 4-star from that area, and EA was like, gotta give them a pipeline for that 1 guy they signed. Chad, does anybody here even know who Leon Sandcastle is? I'm hoping I'm not the only person here in a sea of 33 people that know who Leon Sandcastle is. How's my team not developing? How? Deion Sanders? Yes, it's Deion Sanders, but what was the point? Like what was it in reference of, Professor? It was Deion Sanders, yes, but what was the Madden 25 franchise draft prospect, the combine GOAT? Exactly. Okay, there's some people there that know some ball. I'm proud of you guys. I was afraid I was gonna hit a bunch of crickets and question marks in chat. Like who the fuck's Leon Sandcastle? Cannot believe my friend just named his coordinator. That's too funny. That's actually crazy. Crazy. He also had an Ultimate Team card like 20 years ago. That Leon Sandcastle card was nasty. Dude had like 99 everything. Catching, route running, man coverage, zone coverage, blocking. It was stupid funny. Oops. Oregon. Disable autosave, not in an online league now. I think you can disable autosave in a offline league. Actually, can you? Well, I was gonna say you could just manually save, but I think when you manually save, you're just manually saving an autosave. I don't know if you can, Drew. One second, manual. Thaddeus Muhammad. Manuel, I know this is off topic, but does the type of veer and shoot matter? Also, which linebackers are used in a 4-2-5? So I can give you a real life answer, or I can give you the EA answer, Emmanuel, on the linebackers. Generally speaking, from what I've seen, Emmanuel, almost all veer and shoot perform almost the exact same. Some veer and shoots in some playbooks do a little things different. Like the veer and shoot for Tennessee runs the ball a lot more than like Duke's veer and shoot. But generally speaking, they all perform about the same. Doesn't mean there's not one better than the rest, but again, generally they are all the same. And then in terms of the linebacker thing, in real life, it does matter what linebackers you have on the field in a 4-2-5. In game, it does not. In game, the only thing EA cares about is stats. If you have a linebacker with 90 plus zone, 90 plus man, 90 plus block shed, and 90 plus hit power, it does not matter what their archetype is, they will play insane. And no worries, Emmanuel. Appreciate y'all. Manual save on a file not named autosave? Maybe. Because, like, I know in 25 there is a way of doing it, but I don't remember if they changed that for 26 or 27. Oh no, no! I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Chat, they're doing it. Oh my god, they're doing it. I jumped the gun 1 year too early. These fucking idiots are now gonna buy random shit. All I needed them to do was buy these last couple skills, and now they're never doing that. Oh, they are never doing that. They're just dumping everything they have in a motivator now. Well, I guess to be fair, this guy's done. I guess to be fair, he's maxed, so he's fine. I can... Him dumping stuff is fine. I actually will accept him buying motivator, but this dumbass cannot be buying Motivator. He needs to buy the rest of his skills in this, which is here, 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 and here, which I don't think he's doing. And if I don't buy them at reduced price, the run's dead. So, run 8 is going to be happening very soon. Because I jumped 1 fucking year too early. If I would have just waited 1 more fucking year to sign them, to buy the perk, I would have been fine. I hate how often I have to fail before I succeed. Why can't I ever just succeed first before I fail? Why does every time I have to learn something, I have to learn it after many failed attempts? Why? $13.60 is the highest I can offer him. Again, Josh is fine. He can go into a second tree because he already has everything in Recruiter, so I'm not mad at him for going into a second tree, but the other dickhead, you hate it. I hate it.
Greetings and welcome to a very special moment on the annual sports calendar. The Heisman Trophy ceremony presented by
I hate the fact that I have to watch this every single fucking time just to skip it. To save time, to speed this up. Indiana QB wins Heisman. Cool. Wide receiver did well. If only the auto upgrade actually worked. If only. Oh, this guy came back. That's cool. And he came back. Cool. The issue is, I think I have to restart. Sadly. I think I literally jumped the gun a year too soon. But at least this time, though, even though I keep fucking failing over and over again, I do know that my plan does work. Just gotta not fuck it up by hopping on a year too early. I think what happened is I got all the perks I needed for the base recruiter, and I got super excited. Like, oh, I got base recruiter done. Yay, we're good. And then, like, I forgot Elite Recruiter also exists, and I assumed we were done there, but we weren't. Because now, every single time these guys upgrade, it's a 50-50 coin flip on whether or not they buy the perks they're supposed to buy. And if they buy Tactician, which might happen, the odds go down even more. The sacrifices I make for the people in my community, man. Again, this shit, like, I was doing the exact same thing this time last year, but literally nobody, like, knew I existed, so. This year is the first year you guys got to see the theory crafting and the testing and all this shit live. Love this guy casually just dropped 11 receptions for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns, casually. Please, EA. Throw me a bone, please. Please, I don't want to restart again. This shit's annoying. Should rename the stream Grown Man Cries Over EA Logic. Caught in 4K. Can I please skip the pop-ups, please? Thank you. Okay. Did he buy the perks? It looks like the answer is no. Oh, he bought one of them. He bought one new perk. It's linebackers. We've made progress. He bought one perk. It's here. Well, let's buy these two. We are still waiting for the DBs. We are still waiting for the O-line, and we are still waiting for the D-line. Again, to repeat myself, Josh, he can go into Motivator. I am perfectly fine with him doing so because he's already maxed out his recruiter like a good boy, so he's fine. However, this dumbass, who seems to be my... Honestly, what's your name? What's this? Drew Mehringer? I can't, I'm tongue-tied. I can't roll my E's, H's, and R's. Either way, this fucking hemorrhoid with how much he's a fucking pain in my ass... We're still waiting on him buying this, this, and this. He has all of base recruiter purchased, and he has most of elite purchased. We're just missing these. Maybe he'll buy them next year. Maybe he won't. Who knows? Tune in next week on that episode of Dragon Ball Z. Next. I mean, they're locked up for 3 years, so they're going nowhere for at least 3 years, but... I'm really hoping it doesn't take him 3 fucking years to buy the rest of his skills. To spend his points, with a purpose. Way too many P's there. Oh, Schnoz, I agree. I agree, Schnoz. It actually makes my brain explode. The most useless category, which is the reason why EA made it virtually free, and the AI still prioritized it so fucking hard. Not me. You best believe, unless I'm buying that shit for fucking free, I am never buying a kicker or punter related anything. Also, this guy's name's Ben Hennessy. Insert joke here. I'm not going to make the joke. You guys can think about it yourselves. We're a civilized species now, so you guys can think of the joke there. But just know there's a joke that crossed my mind. I mean, honestly, even though I fucked this up by a year too early, I should have probably restarted. I'm not going to. By me not restarting, that's pushing the talent developers off by 1 more year now, which by the time I get done with recruiters, they might be extinct. Which sucks. But, oh well. That's life. That's life. I figure one thing out, I then fail at something else. The CPU's not upgrading IQ. Well, that's fucking confusing. Why are you not upgrading IQ? Beastly, why'd you waste time to go and manually upgrade your players this time? Because I got fucking tired of the CPU not upgrading a good receiver or a good quarterback, so now I just did that myself. So now the CPU can upgrade the rest. And we can move on. I think if you do everything perfect, I think you can get this entire part of the build done by year 4. I think if you go 3 years back to back to back without losing, I think you can get it done. But that's obviously assuming the information I know now, and unfortunately I didn't know that information then, so. Yeah. Fucking the glazing of Bryce Baker never ceases to amaze me. Okay, now we just give ourselves every single win, like we've been doing, because the game wants to load. Thank you. I don't have time to EA to give me a level 100 coach, because that would take way too fucking long, organically. Oregon. Oregon. Go fix the depth chart. And sim another year down the road. Got our #1 quarterback. Got me my #1 slot receiver. Is he slow with 87 speed? You betcha. Can he break tackles like a crackhead and or be very route running? Yes. Which is all you really need. So, sim go burr. This is honestly like the worst part of the entire process is just simming the entire season to week 15. So Amon-Ra St. Brown, don't disrespect the sun god like that. Amon-Ra has crazy hands. My guy is like mid-80s catching. And Amon-Ra can run block too. Amon-Ra St. Brown is like one of the best wide receivers in the league. Don't slander him. My phone's at 6%, and I'm so lazy I don't want to get up to grab my charger. He's a dog. Yeah, he's a dog. His dad's super funny too. I watch their podcast every now and then, Lyle. It's hella funny. Yeah, Schnoz, he's really good. The fact that, like, I kind of agree with what Lyle just said. It's not that Amon-Ra gets disrespected. It's just... Wait, how am I ranked 3? I'm undefeated. Excuse me? How am I undefeated? And I'm ranked 3. What? But, it's funny because he's not an underrated, like, he's not a slept-on wide receiver. But, like, no one ever brings him up in the conversations of, like, a good receiver. Right? They always bring up Jamar Chase. They bring up Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Pickens. And, like, Amon-Ra, his name never gets brought up. That dude's a dog, though. Beat FCS Northwest 73-3. That's funny. Doesn't play flashy football. I think he does. I think he does literally everything right you can ask for a receiver. He plays for a high offense, too. I think it's high key because his card slash regular stats in Madden just suck. Like, every year, EA gives the guy, like, 87 speed. Well, my receiver definitely won the Heisman, that's for sure. We can go ahead and skip that. There's no way he didn't win the Heisman. Wow, my receiver won the Heisman. Crazy. Dude had 93 receptions and had 20-something touchdowns. 1 in 4 catches for him was a touchdown. That's insane. Insane. See what happens, EA, when you actually upgrade the fucking receiver? And you upgrade the stats you're supposed to upgrade? Crazy. Guy go Burr. Oh, yeah, Jace. He's nuts for fantasy. Well, speaking of fantasy, I gotta get my league set up this year. I got a DM with 20 sacks. Ooh, nice. Well, like, Amon-Ra has the same speed as Larry Fitzgerald and A.J. Brown. Like, they're fast when they need to be fast. But, like, they're not fast every play. Can I skip all the damn pop-ups, please? Yay, I won the Big Ten. Who would have thought? Next. Larry's a great comp? Yeah. I think the only difference, though, is I think Larry's hands are a little better. But I think Amon-Ra's a lot better at breaking tackles, so... But they're very similar players. Did you buy the perks? This retard still didn't buy the perks! Resist the crash out, Beastly. Resist the crash out. Resist. Resist saying bad words. Resist the words. I think I can actually buy that. Yeah. Professor, I'm trying not to get demonetized on YouTube. Actually, wait, can't I buy that? No, I can't. I'm missing this too. I know. I looked at myself. Wait. Wide receivers maxed out. Maxed out. Okay. He bought one perk. He bought one perk. Truth, chat. I love how a lot of you guys are fucking vacant until I just said that. Then now you just like creep in like, yeah, let's go ahead. Have some content. I guess to be fair, he did buy some perks. To be fair, he bought some perks. Just didn't buy them at a fast enough rate to make me not crash the fuck out. Like I said, I think I popped the gun a year too early, but oh well. If in this playoff run, he could buy these three perks, I'll be happy. If he do not buy these 3 perks, I am very mad. Very mad. Larry, Jerry, Rice, and D-Hop got the best hands ever. I'll give you Jerry. And I'll put Larry on that list too, but I'm not going to give you D-Hop. D-Hop's hands are not even close to the other two. Get more tackles and drops. Yeah, that's a crazy stat for Larry that I hope nobody ever forgets. Dude had more career tackles and drops. You're fine, Jones. You're fine. Wife, higher priority. I'm actually kind of mad that Larry Fitzgerald never got a ring, man. I hate how loyal he was to the fucking shitty-ass Cardinals. Man, I would have been so happy if Larry Fitz would have ever came to New England. Dude, him or Calvin. As a child, when Calvin Johnson retired from the shitty Lions, there was rumors going around that he would unretire from my Patriots. I was like, yes, unretire Calvin and be a Patriot. And then homie was like, no, I'm good. I'm like, fuck. And then Ocho Cinco did that and was a Patriot for like 3 days. And then retired again because he was like, fuck the Patriots offense. Actually, Schnoz, he's been close several times. He lost that one to the Steelers. He lost one to the... He lost an NFC Championship game, I think, to the Packers one year, or the Panthers. He's had a couple of cracks at it, but he deserved a ring. He deserved a ring. Oh, the Patriots would have happily traded for his rights. It's Calvin fucking Johnson. Wow, we make the championship again versus Oregon or Oklahoma again. Wow, it's almost like it's just the same 2 playbooks that keep repeating themselves over and over and over again. Funny how that works. I thought it was overtime, Jace. I thought the Cardinals played the Packers, got to OT, drove down the entire field, and then settled for a field goal. And then the Packers got the ball back and then scored. But either way, Larry's had a few attempts. What also is crazy about Larry Fitzgerald, too, is he really never had a number 2 wide receiver in his career ever. Like, he was the entire Cardinals pass game. Like, they never had a tight end, a good receiver. Bolden, I mean, Wasn't that Wash Bolden? Wasn't that like post Niners and post Ravens Bolden? Am I misremembering the order of teams? But didn't Anquan start on the Niners, then go to the Ravens, then go to the Cardinals? I have to look this up now. Oh. Oh, she was a Cardinal first. Oh, shit. From 03 to 09. Yeah, Larry and Anquan were together for 6 years, actually. Was it 6 years? Wait. Larry started in 04. Bolden was there from 03 to 09. So they had 5 years together. Yeah. They had 5 years. From 05 to 09. Or, no, 04 to 09, 5 years. Yeah, so he had like a couple years with Anquan, but he spent a vast majority of his career alone. Just sad. It's so funny because I don't remember Anquan Bolden ever doing any of that for the Cardinals. I only remember Anquan Bolden for the Ravens and for the Niners. I don't remember him anywhere else. How funny is that? Lyle, everyone forgets he was a Lion. He was a Lion for like half a year. Man, I don't want to restart again, but I've given this idiot 3 extra years and he's still not buying it. It was a fun half a year, though. I'm sure it was. Had Palmer. Yeah, Palmer was an okay QB, but they were never, like, truly elite enough, sadly. Yeah, chat, I think I'm going to have to restart. Because I have to sim another season just to get fucking these 3 perks purchased. And what year are we in? We're in 20 what? We're in 2031. Yeah, I think I'm just restarting. Damn it! Oh, get to have fun again, you guys. Well, attempt 7's dead. Let's try this again, shall we? Hope you guys are having as much fun as I am.
Here, you can create. Now you need to choose your coach's archetype. As a motivator, you're focused on
so note to self, do not buy the perk until I know for a fact they're ready.
Talent to their programs. Tacticians maximize your team's chances of success on game day with their understanding of the X's and O's.
I'm so tired of doing this. You guys have no fucking idea how annoying this shit is. This does not matter. Attempt 8 is now born. All you guys were here for attempt 8. Hell yeah. But I got everything done now. Everything's done. Now I just gotta not fuck it up. I know the path. I know the routine. I know what I have to do. I just gotta have the strength to fucking do it.
Make sure you review.
Again. Yes, Drew. Yes. You need team player for any position on your depth chart where they're not supposed to be there. You know what's crazy? I've done this so many times. I've like memorized the beginning of this routine. Okay. That does nothing in Sim, by the way. I just do it because I'm on reflex. No. I'll keep that at 20, just to make my life easier. Just to make my life easier. Honestly, I should be doing... The NIL exception would be really nice. I think last time I did this, I didn't have the NIL, and it annoyed me. We're going to gain tokens during the year, so I'm not too worried about going negative year one. And both of our cords have a 2-year contract off rip, so. Even for both rush left end, and yes, they're not supposed to be there, so that's why you're getting punished for them. Drew, if their position is literally not there, they're not supposed to be there. So your rush left end is supposed to be a left end. Now, I'm not manually doing that because I'm force winning all my games, thank God. But Iverson Hook. I wish there was a button that I could click to just automatically force win all my games. And not have to go into this fucking screen every single year and click this button like 15 times. And what's nuts, chat, is right when I eventually get the quote-unquote God coach build done, I have to do it all over again. Anybody want to guess why? Anybody even have an idea why your boy Beastly has to fucking do this shit twice? I have to do this shit not once, but twice. However, the second time I do it, it'll be a lot easier because I know what I'm doing, so it'll probably take me an hour to do that one, but for the first one, it's going to be rough. Question for the Sim League. What happens if we get fired or we, yeah, I turn it off. Schnoz, there is no firing. So yeah, you're fine. Professor, for pain and suffering, you're funny. I do it for cock and ball torture now. For the video, lol. No, I'm doing it because I'm buying Rainmaker, you guys. I can't have the best coach build in the game have Rainmaker, because if you don't have Rainmaker, you can't have it. So I have to do a whole coach build with Rainmaker, and then a second one without Rainmaker. I have to do 2 of them for the video. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit here and do this bullshit twice. However, the second time will be a lot easier because it's, again, I know what I'm doing, so. Trial by fire. Derek, what are you doing? I am building the best coach build in the game that you can possibly make without cheating or glitching the game. And I'm failing at it miserably. Or not really miserably, but... I mean, I am miserable, but I'm failing at it spectacularly. Well, good shit, Schnoz. You got till tomorrow at 7, and we're advancing some shit. Oh no, we went undefeated. Who would have thought? Never would have been me. No way. We didn't lose a game in the year in which I force won every game? Crazy. Yeah, they shouldn't leave. Yeah, we're good for 1 more year. Next year, though, we're going to have to save money, but that's a future me problem. Current me's fine. I thought for sure I'd lose. I know. Bro, imagine the game just wanted to fuck me and give me a tie. Dude, that shit would actually make me fucking crash out. Fuck you mean I have a tie? Schnoz, it'll have the same schedule as the online league. And if it, for some reason, the online league gets slowed down, the sim one won't. Because the beauty of it, you're not playing the game, so you don't have to... I'm giving you guys a day or two just to be ready for recruiting and shit, but... there's really no need, because you're not playing the game. Let's see if my receiver is on the Heisman list. He better be. Last time I did this shit, he won Heisman year 1. Well, Dante Moore's on that list. Holy shit, 4,000 yards, 44 TDs. That's not bad. Where's my receiver, though? The 4 finalists, as chosen by the Heisman. That's not my receiver. Surprising group, if we're being honest. At the beginning of the season, 9th year senior Trinidad Chambliss. That's also not my receiver. Did my receiver not win the Heisman? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's not winning Heisman. Only 18 touchdowns. I've seen so much better. I am so tired of getting blue balled by that cuck. Oh, okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. The Heisman would have been nice just for fucking champion shit, but we'll fix that eventually. Yep, give me every other award in the game besides the Heisman. Thank you. Look forward to the finish. Hell yeah, Syracuse. Have a good rest of your night. I appreciate you. And as always, I will see you in the next one, Syracuse. Take care. Now we must spend 130 tokens. Which shouldn't be that hard. We need to spend 60 more tokens. Isn't this not 60? 20 and 25 is 45. 45, yeah. Make sure I'm not, like, having a stroke. Okay, I'm good. And now we sit here for a long time until my fucking stupid-ass coordinators are ready. Yes, Drew, I did. It was my most successful rebuild last year. I lost 10 sim games in 30 years. Which, by the way, that will not happen this year. What we did last year will not happen this year. 100%. EA done fucked this sim engine up too much to have a win streak like that. I might unprivate a few of my old streams. At least the memorable ones and whatnot, because I private all of them just to make this, you know, it wasn't not so like visual cluttery. All those old streams with the new ones, but yeah, Drew, I had like a 98% win rate. I think the end numbers I had, if I remember correctly, was like 418 wins and like 9 or 10 losses. I also hit my longest winning streak on that save file. We won 255 consecutive games. Actually, I think I have a YouTube video on my channel that covers all of it. I think. But yeah, I'll be obviously doing that challenge again this year, but I can guarantee you the results will not be anywhere near as clean on that attempt as we had last year. The main three variables is, one, the sim engine from last year to this year got significantly worse. 1. 2, there's no overly dominant playbooks like there was last year in sim, which is unfortunate. There's some good playbooks, don't get me wrong. But last year, Ohio State was dominant. This year, the best playbook is good, not dominant. And the third one is you can't keep coordinators forever anymore. Last year, you could. So, last year, I had three. I had elite recruiter, master motivator, and talent developer, and that was my main coach build. And then my coordinators had the same one. This year, you can't do that. Because 1, eventually your coordinators will take too much money and they will just leave. And 2, if they don't just leave from too much money, they'll just become an NFL coach and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Last year, you could. Last year, there was a perk you could purchase to stop them from becoming coaches in the NFL and to stop them from leaving. This year, you can't. So, those 3 variables, the downgrade to playbooks, the downgrade to sim engine, and the downgrade to your coordinators will pretty much guarantee I can't replicate that, but I'm sure I'm going to get damn close. Like, I had 10 sim losses in 30 years doing that last year. This year, I might have like 25. Which I think we all can objectively agree, 25 sim losses in 30 years is not bad, so. It's not like I'm going to be downgrading some significant amount, but I will technically be downgrading. Your top streak was 70? That's not bad. They also main nerf, aside from... I've talked about the offensive playbook nerfs just then, but the other major nerf we got was the defense. Multiple 4-3 last year was the most consistent defense in the game. And this year, it doesn't really matter what defense you pick. Just sometimes your defense doesn't work in Sim, so. And, you know, vice versa, right? Sometimes your offense will score 10 points, so. It's not exclusively a defensive problem. It's just sometimes in Sim, you just can't do anything, so. Last year, multiple 4-3 was damn near 100% hit rate, so. Like, there were some seasons I had during that rebuild, Drew, where my defense was averaging like 5 points per game, or allowing 5 points per game. I have a screenshot somewhere that shows that. Like, we weren't even giving up a touchdown per game. And this year, I don't even think that's humanly possible. Because, again, the sim engine is just so bad, and the playbooks are so bad, so. But we're still a long ways to go from doing challenge runs. I've only tested like 10 playbooks too. That's the other just insane thing, is I haven't really even tested that many books. I have done 130-year rebuild, and I've used like probably 8 to 10 books. I got a lot more playbooks to go fuck around with. Chat, I should have misspelled the word 8 just to see how many people I could piss off by naming my coach Attempt 8. Dude, I should have spelled the word 8. Actually. Wait. I got like 1,000 pop-ups. I got it. I don't know why I even said that. I should have done this, not even said a word. One moment. Time to piss off the casual. There we go. Attempt 8. And if someone tells me I spelled that wrong, I'm just gonna have no response. Be like, yep. Yeah. That's what happens. For a veer and shoot playbook, what QB archetype is better for sim, pocket passers, or dual threats? From my experience, Drew, it's less about the veer and shoot and more about each playbook. Like a good example with just to give you just. Oh, I don't have the perk. I was like, why don't I have 65? He doesn't have the perk. Anyways, a small example. Boise and Washington both run multiple offenses, but with the Boise playbook, you have to have a pocket passing quarterback, otherwise you will suck. Whereas with the Washington playbook, you need a running quarterback. So even though they both have they're both multiple playbooks, they both perform very differently depending on what quarterback you have. And so it's probably the same thing with veer and shoots, right? Like with Tennessee's, you have to have a quarterback who can move. Tennessee has a lot of plays where you do have to have a guy who can scoot, whereas other veer and shoots probably not. So, I will say this much. Each playbook this year has a general feeling of like what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. And that's the main reason why I haven't released my playbook video yet. Because each playbook has its own sections that fucks things up. We have a left tackle. We have a QB. I'll do you for next week. We'll do a left edge this week. Why not? We'll do left edge and we'll do D tackle. He's fine. This dude probably should be on like a more important visit, but I can just increase money, so I am Oregon. I have that Nike money. Blaze, I turn on the stream and Bryce is in the portal. Virtual me in shambles. That's crazy. Those aren't the worst goals I've seen, Schnoz, so you should be able to accomplish both of those. Well, Jace, that's the thing, is that I don't know if punishing you is the correct word. Like, I don't think you're getting punished for using the incorrect guy. I just think the athletic QBs are bad. That's my initial thought. I think mobile QBs are just bad in this game. I think you want to avoid a mobile QB as much as humanly possible. I think the only time athletic QBs actually sim well are in very specific playbooks, because those playbooks have QB blasts and like QB draws. Right? Like an example I can give you with, again, we'll just do Tennessee. Tennessee doesn't have a single QB keeper. They have read options where the QB can keep it, but they don't have any play where it's like the QB has to keep the ball. Whereas if you compare that to something like Oklahoma, Oklahoma has like 35 different QB blasts, QB draws, QB, you know, everything. And read options and speed options. And like, it's a lot of running. So I don't think you're getting punished. I just think how the AI is coded this year is that athletic QBs are designed to run far more than they should. And because they're running so much, it's actually hurting them. Again, Boise is like the easiest example I can give you. The Boise QB, as long as his speed's like under 80, he will throw for like 5,000 to 6,000 yards. But the moment you get a fast QB in that Boise playbook, your yards is tanking down to like the low threes. That's mostly because you're getting, you know, 100 to 200 rushing attempts, which is just killing you. So that's top 5 class. Oh, we got the number 1 class. That's cute. Well, that worked. So I think that the general rule of thumb everyone should have is, if you want your quarterback to do well, I would have a pocket passing QB. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Schnoz, you better keep him. I might go and toss his ass a contract or two. You better keep him. Well, Jace, I don't even know if making him a better thrower matters. So, I've seen quarterbacks with max throwing stats have horrible games where they throw a bunch of picks. And I've seen games where the QB has like 77 throwing stats and they throw 0 picks. Oh, he's 1 upgrade away. Damn. I should be upgrading his elusiveness, but This cat has 99 spec catch after 2 upgrades. Well, he is definitely going to win the Heisman next year. That's for fucking sure. That's for damn sure. Well, top 5 class year 1 is done. Love that. Emmanuel simmed a game with a pure runner, and he had 6 interceptions. Lamau. Again, there you go. Like, I think it's less about your stats and more about your archetype. Which to me is dumb. If I have a pure runner with 99 throwing stats, that motherfucker should be slinging that bitch. But the game don't work like that, sadly, so. It do not work that way. I'm not a 5-star team. Well, shit. I thought I would be. Probably if I won the Heisman, I would have been. Oh, well. Oh, well. Schnoz, I would highly advise you not using the Boise playbook with a fast QB, yes. You can, but you're not going to get, like, the stupid passing numbers you otherwise would get. For Nico, what is Nico's speed in this game, Schnoz? What's Nico's speed, and what's his archetype? For Nico, I'd probably run either the USC playbook, the Ole Miss playbook, or the Oklahoma playbook. Those 3 playbooks, he would probably get the most bang for your buck. But obviously, you use whatever you want. There's more than one way to skin the cat. Any linebacker with good stats, Drew. I just mentioned that. Have to have high zone, high man, high block shedding, high speed. Which can apply to any archetype. Are they a good linebacker, yes or no? Generally, I would say lurkers are probably the easiest to fix. Because lurkers already have high speed and high zone. All you gotta fix is their disgusting block shedding. Whereas thumpers have good block shedding, but you gotta fix their speed, zone, man, which can be a struggle. And then what's the other one? Oh, signal callers. They're probably the easiest of the bunch because everything you upgrade on them increases their overall by a lot. So. Jace, I gotta go with Oklahoma. Well, at least you guys, at least all my stream viewers, you guys have a general view what playbooks you should run. I feel bad for the YouTube frogs, but they'll get there eventually. Emmanuel, the whole running thing is weird because Trinidad plays really good in sim. Well, like, the thing with like playbook testing, and my Eastern Carolina rebuild really showed this a lot, Emmanuel. Early on, like, Trinidad has, like, stupid stats, so him winning a Heisman's fine. But the issue is, like, every Ole Miss QB will put up the same stats. even when their stats are not anywhere close to what Trinidad's were. So it's because the Ole Miss playbook has a lot of QB keepers. So assuming your quarterback doesn't get hoed with RNG or sim, and he actually has some, little bit of wiggle to him, he can get about 10 to 15 rushing touchdowns, which, regardless of what his passing attributes are, will always win the Heisman. I have seen Heisman winners in this game with under 2,000 passing yards because they have like 1,000 rushing yards and like 15 rushing touchdowns. As long as you get rushing touchdowns and rushing yards for a QB, they will always win Heisman. So the playbooks that help, do that are very valuable. So it's not, I'm hoping it doesn't happen now, but he technically does have a small chance to just say no and leave, which if he does that, I instantly have to restart. And this guy always gets fired. Always. He always gets fired. A pocket passer with 86 speed. Well, that's the other problem, though, Schnoz, is that even though he's a pocket passer, he still might run too much. That's why I don't think it's an archetype thing. I think it's a stat thing. Like, you can throw him in the Boise playbook, and he still will not put up the best stats because he's just too fast. I think with how this game works is if your quarterback is floating anywhere near 80 speed, I think the CP will just give you 100 plus rushing attempts. And like 80 speed's not even that fast. Yes, there's a wee bit delay. Also, if anybody is in the Sim League, go find that 4-star pocket passing QB gem and go steal it from Schnoz, because he's out here divulging secrets for free. So go punish him real quick, chat. Punish him. That's the reason why I'm not going to ever put my shit on stream, because y'all are already some scalpers. I ain't dealing with that shit. Not in the fucking Sim League. Fuck that shit. Yeah, but Schnoz, think about it. I got money, so fuck your pipeline. I have money. Got that money. Let's see what stats my receiver put up this year. Smart man, Jay. Smart man. I had to learn it the hard way the first time I did this last year. There was a stream. There was one stream I did. Yeah, there was one stream I did. Some of the OGs might still be in here that remember that one stream. There was one stream where I flashed my recruiting class on screen for like 2 minutes. Literally the next day, everyone I was going after, even if they were normal death buns, everyone else was fighting over. It was like the moment they were on my board, everybody wanted them. And I'm like, never happening ever again. That shit'll never happen ever again.
The announcement just moments away. They've gotten to New York City, not by focusing on it, but once you're here, man,
there's my QB. My receiver not make the Heisman? There he is. There's the Heisman.
They're this close to the trophy, but will they get a chance to lift it?
Yeah, but Schnoz, do you have a Rainmaker, though? I do. So my money is worth more money than your money, bitch. I got that let it rain money, fam. Make it rain on that poor man. Shower that 18-year-old with everything I legally can. Oh. Tweedledee came back. Now, where's Tweedledum at? Now, if we're super lucky, chat, we'll find the Old Miss DC in here, and we're done. If we don't find the Old Miss DC in here, life sucks. Life sucks. Well, that's not good. Yeah, I don't see the Old Miss DC. That blows. That's toxic? Listen, man. I'm the one that spent the money on the perk, okay? I'm the one that's paying to win. So let me pay to win, okay? How can I rule the league with an iron fist if I don't rule the league with an iron fist? You know? Yeah, no Old Miss DC kind of sucks. But, oh well. We can make a new one. Looks like the Content Creator League also just advanced. So we should be in week 0. I would show you what I'm recruiting in the Content Creator League, but no, I already know there's some snitches in this chat. I ain't giving you guys nothing. You get nothing. No one helping any of them out. Memphis, dude, I gotta try the Memphis playbook one of these days. I swear Memphis always does, like, turn up in the playoffs. I swear. Because they're in the American? I mean, yeah, but I've seen them thrash big schools too, so. Well, when you're good at sports, Jace, you can kind of be a dick. Bryce just threw for 370. Jesus. 25 likes. Appreciate y'all. Okay, Program Builder has been purchased. Or, not purchased. It's been unlocked. There we go. You have to buy this. The first tier of this. This. And this. We're done for now. I want my 5th star, damn it. Are you referring to that white quarterback, Jace? The white quarterback is with the N-word. Is that the guy you're talking about? I think it is. Or maybe it's a different player, but there's a Florida QB that said the N-word one time in a rap song and got a scholarship pulled, which cracks me up. Florida's fine with, you know, gang rapists, serial killers, and all sorts of terrible things, but some random skinny white kid says the N-word in a rap song, God forbid, gotta pull a scholarship. Gotta yoink that bitch. Stars, shit. I'm getting tired, chat. Schnoz, I think UCLA's default defense is either a 4-2-5 or a 3-2-6, so they don't really need that many linebackers on their roster. Open the perk. Thank you. Now he did it on Snapchat video while he was still in high school. Oh, but we're referring to the same player, Jace, right? If that's the player we're both talking about, I don't really know if I'd call the guy a piece of shit, but... On casual, I am. I don't fuck this up. I should get my 2 top 5 classes the first 2 years I'm here. Which would be cool. Ooh, we're number 1. Oh, you're a 3-star. I don't care about 3 stars. Oh, rolling. I think that should be plenty of spots for 5 stars. Oh, no, it could be this. No, it's this. Gotta make sure the AI is not giving them 0 money, because I have learned the AI does give them zeros, which is very annoying. How much work do I have to have for a top 5 class? Ooh, I don't gotta even do that much. I'm already top 10. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Holy fuck the dings. Learning about his past. You're acting as if he's like some fucking cartel member. His past. Dog recorded a cringe knockoff TikTok and said one dumb word. Hot take, but teenagers will be stupid. Hell, they'll be stupid even into their 20s. I probably, yeah. I will give them money. I might as well. Eventually, I'm not going to be, recruiting ever again, so. I guess the 2 years I'm actually recruiting, I might as well try to recruit. Ooh. Hey, if any of you guys are in the online dynasty or the sim dynasty, can you guys go and count how many people are in there so I can see how many guys did and didn't make it by the deadline? I have a feeling that guy's last name's Hitler. There's no way. His last name better be Hitter. What's his last name? Excuse me? Oh, it's Hitter. H-I-T. Okay. I thought there was an L in that. For full fairness, I thought there was an L in that word. There is, in fact, no L. His name's Hitter. H-I-T-E-R. Not the guy with the funny mustache. Okay. I was about to say, how the fuck did that get past EA's filter, but we're fine. Normally, I don't pay attention to names. But, like, that was the one time I was like, wait a minute. H-I... what? E-R? Excuse me? The answer is yes. Schnauzer's 25 in the Sim League? Hell yeah, appreciate that, big dog. Okay, so we're only missing, like, 7 people. That's not bad. He should come in next week. And the good news is when we get this top 5 class, we will never have to recruit ever again. Nice. Yeah, that's the thing I'm going to really try to, like, hammer home. But the window of time that we have in between each week, Schnoz, we don't have to wait. Like I know the time window is 1 to 2 days, but, like, we don't have to do that. Like, if everybody just readies up and we are good to go, we can totally crank these, you know, season/games out so much faster than what we were doing. I just normally do 1 to 2 days just to give everyone a fair shot, but we really don't have to. Like, if people just get on and do their recruiting, do their stuff, this shit can be stupid fast, especially considering, again, we're not playing the games. We're simming. So there's really no excuse for it to take someone like 5 days, which will not happen, but just in case. I haven't heard this song since I was so young. Bullet for My Valentine. That's a throwback right there. Not the name of the song. It was the name of the band, but you get the point. Crash around me. There's no way. I just got out. There's no shot. The Ohio State plucked me? Oh, that's annoying. How dare the Ohio State pluck me? That was my guy. Actually shocked the Ohio State just plucked someone from my thing. I mean, they had a tier 5 pipeline, but still. If I give you just like a stupid amount of money, can I come back on this? My impulse is to say no. But like a lot of money will... They do like money. Guilty to come home. Oh yeah, Jace. I'm totally down to do a second sim league if there's enough people that want to do it and it gets popular enough. Again, I don't want to sound like a narcissist or, you know, oh, this cocky prick, but I have never heard of anyone doing a sim league with multiple people. So this is definitely like new territory for me. So if it's something that enough people actually enjoy, then I won't mind opening up like 1 or 2 more leagues, but I'm not going to do it just to do it. His playing time dropped to an F? Well, that's not good. UCLA just panicked. They were like, ah, shit, week 4 visit. That's fine. I'm sure I'm a top 5 class. I'm good. We are done for the recruiting of this. Sweet. Drew, why is SMU always good in Sim? I wouldn't say they're always good. Last year they were okay, but I've not used their playbook this year, and Drew, I would highly recommend anytime you're curious why someone is or isn't good, go check their head coach. I'm not going to say it always happens, but the odds of like Signetti or Kirby Smart or Ryan Day going to like SMU or Dabo or someone isn't zero. So if you notice, like, example, in my Eastern Carolina rebuild, there was like a 3 or 4 year stretch where North Dakota State would lose 0 games and I would always meet them in the playoffs and beat them. That's because the coach for North Dakota State, I'm pretty sure was either Signetti or Ryan Day. So if a team out of nowhere starts getting like really good, go check who their coach is. There's a good chance that the coach they got to take over their team was a coach on like a meta playbook staff. Now, does it always happen? No. But it happens enough to where you could like take notes and be like, oh. If only his IQ was better. If only. This cat has 81 throw under pressure. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. Ew, he's skill capped into oblivion. Disgusting. Why am my receiving room so ugly? Ew. I want a fucking Heisman. Why are we struggling to get receivers? I'm not doing this. I have a good receiver. Sig retire after 2 years. That's also insane, Schnoz. That's crazy. I wish I knew how EA determined when coaches do and don't retire. Because in my 30-year rebuild I did last year with Oregon, the Michigan coach was there until the very end. Like he outlasted Kirby, Ryan Day, everybody. And for some reason at the very end, Michigan's coach was still there. I'm like, why are you here? How'd you survive all this? Also, good news, I am done recruiting, so. We auto for the rest. Well, that's the thing, Schnoz. Coaches don't have ages in this game. Like, if you go to your coach, there's no age for your coach if there's a player. Like, in Madden, it makes sense because there's like an age cap. But in this game, there's no age. Like, if you look at my coach, there's no way of tracking how old he is. The coach doesn't even ask what age you want your starting point to be. My only guess is either it's a random % chance they just retire, every year, or they reach level 100, and when they reach level 100, they just despawn. That's my only guess. Like in Madden, the hard cap was 35. No player, randomly generated player survived past 35. But like real life players went past 35 all the time. Like Brady went to his 40s. Yo, Broncos. Yes, sir. Happy to be here. I am happy you're here, man. How's your evening going? Or I guess at this point we're at midnight, but how's your night going, man? We are suffering one sim year at a time. I think my depth chart is going to be irrelevant because I don't have a good receiver, so my free Heisman's not free this year. My number one receiver is this guy, so ouch. Also, who's my QB this year? Well, chat, now it's time for your favorite time. The 15-week sim. Love it. Oh. Attempt 8 is killing me. No one still noticed that's new coming. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, Jones. I'll get a comment on the end of the stream. Some random guy is going to be like, that's not how you spell the word 8, right? Like, nope. My coach, big back, big body, big shoulders, big belly. He ate the attempt already. Speaking of 8, yeah, I have had literally 10 McNuggets, half a medium fry, and a chicken. The hell do the McDonald's call their chicken sandwiches? Chicken McChickens? I've had nothing to eat all day. I'm so hungry. When I wrap this stream up, my fat ass is gonna go get something to eat for sure. I'm starving. Yeah, my family didn't want to cook today because it's like 105 degrees outside. It's like way too damn hot. And so we ordered some McDonald's but they ordered McDonald's and the fucking McChicken and McCrispy, thank you. And my sister didn't want to pay the $85 for Uber Eats because again, we live in the middle of nowhere, so for the food to go where it's there to our house is like $100 bill. So my sister just drove to McDonald's, got the food, and came back. And my dad, Papa Beasley, was like, "Did you check the food?" And my sister's like, "No." He's like, "Who the fuck orders fast food and doesn't check if the order's right?" She's like, "I just assumed everything was in the bag." And so we rip open the bag, and they paid for a lot of shit. We got someone else's order. And I was cutting grass the entire time. I had no idea what happened. So I got done cutting grass, went and took a shower to get the grass off me. And I was like, "What's dinner?" And they're like, "You can have what's in the bag." And I'm all excited, like, "Ooh, I get to have what's in the bag." I open the bag. I'm like, "The fuck is this?" Half a 20-piece. It was already eaten. A McChicken covered in mayo, because no one likes mayo. And half-eaten fry. Because my sister didn't check. It's nothing you can do now, but... And that's literally all I've had to... I guess I also had a sweet tea as well, but that's not really food. Oh, another small thing, chat, and I know, you shouldn't be eating at McDonald's. It's very bad for you. I know. Can we... I love how inflation has ruined gaming, shopping, and every part of life. back in my day, I would order a 20-piece McNugget and get like 15 sauces. Nowadays, you order a 20-piece McNugget, them motherfuckers give you 2 sauce. I had 1 honey mustard and 1 barbecue for a 20-piece McNugget. Now, mind you, I didn't get all 20 pieces. I only got half of it, but still. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do with 2 dipping sauces for 20 nuggets? You think it takes 10 nuggets per sauce? What is wrong with you? Actually, what is wrong with you? And I already know if you were to, like, try to ask for more sauce, it's like an extra quarter or 2. Like, what the fuck you mean? Well, here's the Heisman. Did our receiver win the Heisman? Let's see. Yeah, Jones, it's so bad. I mean, I've recently... Oh, there's my receiver. Actually, not bad stats for an 85. If he was like a higher overall player, he'd probably win Heisman, but he's just not good enough. But recently, my family has gotten into eating Sam's Pizzas. Because our go-to was Little Caesars. They've kind of dropped their quality significantly. And Papa John's and Domino's are outrageously overpriced. So we were getting some pizzas from Sam's recently. And the first couple we've had were really good. And then, like, a couple weeks ago, we got a order of pizza, and that shit was the worst pizza I've ever seen prepared. The worst I've ever seen. There's like no way our receiver wins it, but we'll see. Maybe. Possibly. Allegedly. Oh shit, our receiver. Wow, our mid-ass receiver won the Heisman. That's insane. That's crazy. But yeah, our pizza, there was like hardly any pizza on the pizza. And like I without pictures, I really can't explain it too well, but the entire middle of the pizza was like a thin crust. But it wasn't a thin crust pizza. It was a regular pizza, but they went so light on the dough that all the middle of the pizza was a thin crust, and once when you got towards the edges, it was like a normal pizza. Which that already pissed us off. It's like, you couldn't give us like 30 cents more of pizza dough to make a fucking pizza? Because like, pizza dough is not expensive. Like, it's just lazy. And so not just did we get basically half a pizza of a pizza, missing, again, the innards of the pizza, but we also got like 12 pepperoni. And it's not like we ordered a small or medium pizza. This is like a 30-inch pizza. This shit was 95% bread, 2.5% cheese, and 2.5% pepperoni. And so, like, we could overlook there being no middle of the fucking pizza. We could overlook everything. But, like, where's the fucking pepperoni in a pepperoni pizza? Huh? And so we did what every normal American household would do. We took a picture, sent them to Sam's Club, and got on the phone over with some poor Middle Eastern woman who's, I don't know why she has to represent Sam's Club on the phone when she struggles to speak English, but either way, we got on the phone with a woman who can't really speak English and trying to explain to her that, like, we didn't fuck with the pizza, and she was like, well, technically we can't help you, Papa Beastly, because you guys took the pizza off the property. If you would have kept it on the property and called to complain before it left the building, the premises, we could have got you a refund. I'm like, you think we just I'm not even trolling. They think we deadass fucked with their pizza to get a refund. I'm like, no, bitch, I'm not going to shave off half my pizza just to be a Karen for 30 minutes to get a free $8, $9 pizza. And so then we just got pizza last weekend from Sam's, and the dude that ran like the thing apologized to my dad, because my dad shops at Sam's all the time. And he apologized to my dad. He's like, hey, Papa Beastly, sorry about that last pizza we gave you guys. it was like closing time and like no one really wanted to make a pizza. So we just kind of threw whatever we had on the thing and cooked it. And so as compensation for our last pizza looking like a Chuck E. Cheese pizza and not an actual pizza, shots fired, I know, we got a free Meat Lovers this last time. And they were actual pizzas. Like the middle was not like thin crusts. It was like flat all across. It was even. There was an even amount of dough and they used more than like 3 topping for the entire pizza. I was like, wow, crazy what happens when like you actually put effort into something you do. But that really bothers me. That really grinds my gears because I'm a big pizza guy. Pizza's like top 5 favorite food, and I've watched as every pizza joint I used to love just become woke and garbage. Not in that order. Like again, Domino's used to be so fire, but now they're ridiculously expensive. Like a medium pizza for Domino's is like $13. It's like, what are we doing, Domino's? And like they make you pay like $2 for the fucking pepper. Or is that Papa John's? I might be confusing Papa John's, but either way, like they're so grubby for the quality of your pizza. It's like, I'm not spending $15 after tax for a fucking medium pizza. What are we doing? And Papa John's is the same story. It's just too expensive for how little pizza you get. Little Caesars used to be $5. Now they're like $7. They're like slightly cheaper than Papa John's and Domino's, but like you don't really get a pizza. Little Caesars is like a breadstick with an occasional pepperoni or sausage here and there. It's they're super awful with their toppings and their cheese. It's like 90% bread and 10% everything else. But like back in the day, pizzas were fire. Like you would order a $5 pizza and you would get a whole fucking pizza. Like I'm not sure how many fat asses or stoners, you know, where there's different breeds of fat ass over here. But you know, you don't got to be fat to be a fat ass. There's a very big misconception, right? Not every fat ass weighs 300 pounds. Right? I've seen some of the most morbidly unhealthy people in my life, and they were like 100 pounds. I actually know a person. I'm not even trolling. I know a person who was malnourished in high school, and the dude has heart problems, like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and the dude weighed like 130 pounds. Like he ate like a morbidly obese 600-pound man, but his body just didn't do it right. But yeah, depending on what kind of fat ass you are, right? But I've watched pizzas in the last like 15 years of my life go from being a very simple thing you can purchase, and you got a normal amount of dough, a normal amount of cheese, a normal amount of toppings, and now it's like because of inflation and you know scamming your consumer. Because the billionaires got to squeak out an extra couple 30 cents here and there. Now, when you order pizzas, it's like, it's mostly bread. And if you're lucky, you'll get cheese and sauce. Or, I mean, dude, don't even get me started with sauce. Do you guys know how often I have ordered pizza with no sauce? I'm not, this is actually, I completely forgot there was sauce on pizza. I'm not even trolling. I swear they do like a quarter of a ladle of sauce. Like sometimes there's so little sauce on the pizza, I forget there's pizza on the sauce. Or no, the sauce on the pizza. I'm not even trolling. Like it's in the peak of the pizza mania is when Shaq or Shaquille O'Neal did like a collab with, I want to say it's Little Caesars. I could be wrong. It might be Papa John's, but Shaq did a collab with the Shaq-a-Roni. And it made me and my family and all my friends laugh the first time they aired the Shaq-a-Roni commercial during one of the previous Super Bowls. Because on the commercial, in the ad, the Shaq-a-Roni is just a pepperoni pizza with a bunch of pepperonis. And the reason why me and my family and my friends were laughing is like, that's what a normal pizza used to be. It didn't have a fancy fucking name for it. It was just a pizza with toppings. Now you got to pay extra to have what used to be a 2005 pizza. Ass. Fucking ass. Okay, pizza ran done. I've filled my quota for yapping about food for the day. But yeah, pizza. Pizza used to be peak. And now it's like a coin flip every single time you buy a pizza from somewhere. It's like, is it going to be ass or gas? Mostly ass, but Every now and then there's like a good pie that gets thrown in there. I'm like, ooh, that's a good pizza. A real good pizza. Well, Jones, I'm glad you enjoyed my little rant. Get on my nerves. Do the 50 McNuggets and they'll give you 5. Jones, I feel that. I feel that with the 50 nuggets and 5 sauces. It drives me insane. It's crazy, Schnoz. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's true. Pizza the goat. Pizza's up there. I don't know if it's my goat, but pizza's certainly up there. Up there on the Mount Rushmore of foods for sure. Order from. See, there's a local pizza chain up. I almost said the name of it. Actually, one moment. I'm about to Google if I can say the name of this pizza chain without doxing my family. Wait. Can I say this or will I dox my family? Okay, I can say this because I won't dox my family. So one of the best pizza joints I always go to, me and my family, my cousins, every time I'm visiting on vacations and summers and shit, is Luigi's Pizza. There's a Luigi's Pizza up where my family is. I have never ordered a pizza from Luigi's that wasn't gas. And I've ordered some disgusting abominations and that shit was still fire. I've ordered meat lovers, regular pepperoni. I've ordered dessert pizzas. I've ordered so much shit from them. Buffalo with like hot, or was it spicy buffalo with like ranch? I've ordered some really good pizza and some really bad pizza. And Luigi's has never let me down. Now, luckily, there is 44 Luigi's in the US, so you guys can figure out which of those 44 I'm referring to. But shout out to Luigi's. You know who you are. That one, always amazing. I have never not had a high quality pie from Luigi's. And what's nuts is Luigi's, because it's owned by like local people. I forget what it's called, where like normal people have like, it's called enterprising. I forget what it's called, but basically it's when the franchise will like sell the building to like other people. That way they still get dividends. But anyways, it's owned by like a 70-year-old. And that dude still prices his pies like it's the 1940s. So you can go in there for like $3 and get like an extra large pizza. It's fire. Love it. Love it. I've literally gone like weeks of my life eating Luigi's Pizza. Very good. Wow, $5 hot and ready used to be elite. Oh, it used to be so elite, man. I'm about to like you guys know how old I am, right? I don't like hide my age. Dude, like my peak childhood, like genuine like peak childhood moment for me was after having a hellacious week of school, coming home on a Friday evening, having my mom pick me up in like a green Odyssey van. Shout out. I think it's an Odyssey van. I might be I'm not a car guy, so I might be misconstruing the brand, but there was this green van that she used to have. I think it was called an Odyssey. It had like a TV, I said a TV, but it had like a VHS thing in like the middle row of the front seat, and we would like whip it out and put in like VHS tapes to like watch on like car rides and shit. And my mom would pick me and my siblings up straight from school. We would drive to Little Caesars Pizza back in the day and get like an actual whole ass, like a legit pizza, a pizza. She would stop at Blockbusters because it was right next to the Pizza Hut. Or not Pizza Hut, the Little Caesars. Literally, you could walk to the pizza place to the Blockbusters. And like every Friday or every other Friday, she would let me rent games. And so I would go up in there with like $10 and rent like a game I've never played before. Got like my own pizza and like a Mountain Dew or some shit for like Friday, Saturday, and then like by Sunday evening, I was like, fuck, school's coming around the corner. And then I'd return the game. And my local Blockbusters, I kind of scammed a lot because they had a policy where if you brought the rented game or the rented movie back early, they gave you your money back. And so like Child Beastly, like Young Beastly, would literally speed run games just so I could return it that Saturday/Sunday. And the guy would look at me and be like, okay, here's your $5 back. I'm like, yeah, I did that for free, baby. Fucking free. Now, did I really enjoy the games I played? You know, speed running? Not really, but that's how young poor Beastly was able to play a lot of games as a kid, because they were all basically free as long as I got to rent them from Blockbuster and beat them. Little Caesars is bad. Langy, oh, I agree. Now they suck. They used to be pretty good, though. Imagine $5 footlongs in today's economy. You know, dude, Subway's also fallen off a fucking wagon as well. I used to also be a massive Subway guy. Back when footlongs were actually footlongs. Now they're like fucking, what, 9 inches, 10 inches? I forget how long they are now, but the modern sandwich is not 12 inches, which is so sad. Hungry Howie's is still pretty solid. I have no idea what Hungry Howie's is, but that sounds very good. Lyle, that sounds fire. Jones, imagine how old as I am. Pizza Hut was a buffet. Bro, I miss Pizza Hut buffets, man. Dude, Pizza Hut buffets as a kid, bro. That's probably the reason why I have such a connection with pizza, is because of fucking as a child with Pizza Hut buffets. What's the it's not new. It's like 15 or 20 years old, but what's the pizza buffet that replaced Pizza Hut? CC's Pizza. I think it was CC's Pizza. I could be wrong, but also, why is Wake Forest fucking 14-1? Excuse me, Wake Forest. Why are you 14-1? Wake Forest. I gotta Google you real quick. Who is your coach? Did you guys go buy Kirby or some shit? Why the fuck is Wake Forest in my national championship? This is the regular coach. Are you kidding me? Is Wake Forest having... I mean, I'm sorry I have to crush your hopes and dreams with a force loss, but I have never seen Wake Forest ever make the playoff, let alone a national championship where they're 14-1. Good on you, Wake Forest. Good on you. Now you're going to lose, but good on you. Holy shit. Yap about pizza and just fucking Wake Forest just appears. I am here. But yeah, CC's. I did a lot of Pizza Hut buffets as a child, like we're talking single digits, but in my teenage years, it was CC's. CC's was the GOAT. You can go get a buffet at CC's for like $5. And I'd eat like 30 slices of pizza. Wow, Pizza Hut buffets after soccer games as a kid were damn, man. Okay, I was right. It was CC's. Okay. As like my go-to reward, Lyle, at the end of like baseball games and football games when I played like my youth league and the smaller shit, was hot fudge sundaes at McDonald's. My dad would always buy me like a $2 or $1 hot fudge sundae after every single little league, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, whatever sport I was playing. My dad would always buy a gotta wait. My dad would always buy me a hot fudge sundae. And I remember some days being a 9, 10, 12-year-old, I was so little and I'd be so tired, whether it was because of football or basketball or baseball, whatever, and just going in to my local McDonald's and just sitting on the floor, which is like that's super unhealthy, super uncleanly, but I would just be so tired from doing whatever I was doing. I would just go and plop on like my helmet or something and just sit. My dad would walk up to the register, buy the thing, or buy him some, and we'd always ask for extra peanuts. Because like I loved some extra peanuts on a hot fudge sundae from McDonald's. And that was like my reward. Good times. Good times being a child. Langy, I used to live in Vegas next to a 24-hour Subway 2 years ago. Completely changed my opinion on Subway. I think it's extremely overrated. Well, Langy, I technically disagree with your statement, but it's not because I think Subway's very good. I disagree with your statement because I don't think Subway is overrated. I think everyone knows Subway sucks. I think Subway from like 1995 to like 2005 was peak. And then Subway between like 2005 and like 2010. Basically, what year did... Gotta Google this. I bet you my local FBI agent loves to sit on my web browser because I Google the most random fucking shit. When did the Jared from Subway thing happen? What year was that? Was it 2015? Was I right? Wait. Was I right? Yeah, it was 2015. Yeah. Yeah, I was right. It was 2015. So yeah, from like 1995 to like 2005, Subway was peak. And then from like 2005 to like 2010, it started to like slowly fall apart, but it wasn't like this like massive fall off. It was just slowly getting worse. But then by like 2012, 2015, it was garbage. And then the whole Jared from Subway thing happened where I think he sexually assaulted some kids. Or I don't even remember. It happened so long ago, but the big Jared from Subway meme happened back before memes were even memes, but we got memed on. And then ever since he got evicted for whatever the hell he did, Subway has just been on an ever just slumping down. Like Subway, to me, if I'm going to eat a sub, I'm going to a Firehouse. I'm going to a Publix. Like, if I'm going to get a sandwich, there is so many different chains I am going to before I ever touch a fucking Subway sandwich. And I also think the other thing that killed the brand image of Subway, aside from Jared Vogel doing whatever the hell he did, was that lady that was stepping on people's sandwich. You guys remember that? I'm like really showing my age here, how unk I am. But there was a lazy, oh my God. There was a lady that maybe she was stepping on lettuce. Maybe it wasn't sandwiches, but there was a giant debacle where like this woman was literally serving people just nasty sandwiches and recording it. And this was back like early YouTube. We're talking like pre-TikTok. We're talking pre-Vine. We're talking like old, long time ago. And she was recording herself doing it. And she got away with that for like 3 months. Just randomly throwing sandwiches on the ground and stepping on it with her shoe. And eventually she got popped. But like that and the combination of like the whole Jared Vogel thing really just tanked the image of Subway. And you really, and to me, it's, I can forgive the CEO doing whatever the hell he did because, you know, he may own the company, but he is not the company. I can forgive that one random Subway lady who was doing horrible things, but like the food itself sucks. Like in my opinion, the best thing Subway serves is a fucking cookie. Right? Maybe it's because I'm a fat ass, but I think the best thing Subway has going for it is its cookies, which is pretty sad because they're a fucking sandwich joint. Your sandwiches should be the best thing you have, not fucking cookies. But yeah. Contavious, Pizza Hut buffet was definitely top 2. Dude, Prime Pizza Hut buffet, that shit's different, man. Shit's different. Cinnamon rolls was also really good, James. I forgot CC had cinnamon rolls. Yeah, they were good. Very good fat food right there. Overhated. See, that's where I disagree with you, Langley. I think Subway's properly hated. That shit's, I've watched it fall off a cliff. It was like 2008. See, yeah. Even before I read your comment, yeah, from like 1995 to like the mid 2000s, that shit was peak. But then around the 2010s, Subway fell off a cliff. When Jarrett had that $5 foot long, yeah. $5 foot long. I might get copyright strike just for singing that, but it was pretty good, Jones. Jersey Mike's, exactly. Dude, fucking Firehouse Subs, Publix, Jersey Mike's. There's probably some other ones I'm forgetting, but there's like so many better spots I would ever pick for a sandwich. For sure. For sure. Contavia is definitely a Firehouse. I haven't had a Subway near. There you go. There you go. And like, I don't even eat subs that often, or I'm not like a big sub guy. I just know if I'm eating a sub, I'm not eating a Subway sandwich. That's for sure. I will do without. The only way my fat ass is ever eating a sub is if literally it's midnight and it's closing and I can't find anything else to eat. Then I'll have a Subway sandwich, but we're talking far few in rare circumstances to get away with that. That's nuts. She was kicking the bread before she licking. I hate this phone. Okay, so at least Jones was able to find the thing I was referencing. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what she did, but I know back then, like early internet days, it was a crazy thing she was doing. Really fucking crazy. All of Subway's food is processed. I know from experience from working there. It's also the cheapest way of getting food. So that's not too shocking, Professor. Like, maybe I'm wrong. I might be pulling shit out my ass, but didn't they do an experiment on Subway sandwiches like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, where it was just as unhealthy as like a McDonald's sandwich? Like, I feel like I remember reading it or hearing somewhere that, like, there was a study done on, like, the bread or something. And, like, between the bread and everything else, you were actually eating more calories or... I forget the exact thing. I'm not a dietitian, so by no means don't take my word as gospel, but... It's one of those things where it's like, their whole brand, their image was like, we're healthy, eat fresh. Jared Vogel lost 500 pounds on our program. But, like, when you break it down, it's like, nah, bitch, you're eating $2,000 calories of carbs. The turkey, tuna, ham, shit, bacon you put on that is also processed to high hell with high cholesterol, sodium, and you know, preservatives. The fucking lettuce ain't fresh. That shit's freezing on a shelf the entire time. It's like, that's not really that healthy. Which I think also went, like, hand in hand in, like, the whole... touching kids or whatever he did and like everything else. So that shit just fell off a wagon so fast. Langy, they're white chocolate chip macadamia cookies. Joe, that I even forgot. Yeah, it was the white chocolate chip macadamias. It was the what was the other one they had? I think they were called triple chocolates. It was like a chocolate cookie with chocolate pieces in it. With, like, chocolate syrup. Dude, I love that shit. Like, the triple chocolate. Oh. Again, the best thing Subway had is a cookie. It's a fucking cookie. You're a fucking brand known for your fucking sandwiches. Why are your sandwiches so bad? What are we doing? Well, my 85 overall receiver won Heisman last year, so let's see if my 80 or 86. Let's see if my 85 overall receiver can steal a Heisman this year. Togos is king. I've never heard of that brand, Professor. I have no idea. Contavious, I'd rather make one before Subway. Bro, high key. I had a sandwich last night for like a late night dinner. I was busy all night grinding different games and shit. And I was like, I'm too lazy to make some food. I'm just making a sandwich. Got some turkey, ham, salami.